Backed by popular demand from the Lord on high, the King Falls Stomping Out the Devil revival will be extended 2 extra Sundays. Join us for a 5th consecutive week as Reverend Xavier, Get Right with God Hawthorne, leads the King Falls faithful the most turned-up celebration of the year. Come raise your hands to the sky and anoint the Son of God. The Holy Spirit will be so strong, your granny bound to get ratchet.
God is a good. God is a great. Satan is on your back because he likes to hate. Shake him off of Jesus. Just shake him off before it is too late. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Come celebrate with the most highly favored congregation in town, just outside the city limits off of Route 72 and MLK. That's Mary Lou Kilpatrick Drive for those coming out of town. King Falls Stomping Out the Devil revival is a trademark of Right with God Productions. All use of reproductions must have written consent from Reverend Hawthorne or the Lord above. To God be the glory.
I don't want to do this.
And we're back. You're listening to King Falls AM. That's 660 on the radio dial, and that was a perturbed Ben Arnold. We got a packed show for you this evening. We have a special guest in the house.
Sorry, folks.
What are you so fired up about, Ben?
You know.
Well, our dear listeners don't know, and we've got a few minutes before.
But before we talk to your guest.
Our guest.
Oh, there's no way. I would never book that guy in 1,000 years. He's all yours.
Ben.
It's just ridiculous. If you want to make fun of me, do it off the air. This is not cool.
I'm not making fun. Listen, folks, I did a little research.
On his own.
On my own about King Falls history, and more so, its history with the paranormal. So I go out of my way to book a guest that is an expert in this field.
Oh, bull.
And now Ben thinks that I'm just messing with him when actually I'm just trying to get a better grasp on the supernatural phenomenon that happens in our beautiful town.
You never believe it when it happens on air. Why would you bring this guy in? You're trying to break him, which should be easy since he's a...
I'm serious. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of what we've been dealing with the last few months, Ben. And this guy, our guest, has written a book about just that.
It's an e-book, Sammy. My mother can publish an e-book. He's a whack job.
Why are you acting like he's not sitting right in front of us?
Oh, you'll see.
Whack job? You must be speaking of the 1957 3rd Street Massacre, or your journalistic career.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for making it down to the station tonight.
Charmed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're being joined by an author,
E-book.
and King Falls paranormal expert,
Self-proclaimed.
Mr. Howard Ford Beauregard.
The third.
Of course, Howard Ford Beauregard III. How are you doing this evening, Howard?
Mr. Beauregard. And as the common folk call it, I'm swell.
So, Mr. Beauregard.
Is your man speaking to me, Mr. Stevens?
No, man. Ben?
You shan't be too careful these days.
So, Mr. Beauregard, how did you come to be an expert in the paranormal and supernatural aspects of King Falls?
This should be good.
As well you know, my family settled this town of King Falls many, many moons ago. So its lineage is pure and unfiltered through my veins. My family has witnessed it all, and of course, that has been passed to me, and now, through my memoir, passed down to you.
Right.
May you ask your manservant to please hold his tongue as the adults speak?
Excuse me?
Sorry, Beauregard. Also, in this century where we live, I'm the co-host of this show.
How splendid. Your mother must be proud of you. Hmm?
Okay, to make a U-turn back to the original point, you were saying...
Yes, we founded this city. We know every minute detail of its hellish existence, especially when it comes to the oft-spoken about ghouls, goblins, and extraordinary happenings we are known for.
King Falls is a magnificent town. There is nothing hellish about it.
You're welcome.
So, it is true that one could say you are a self-proclaimed expert in these matters.
The same one might say that you are a good radio host, but doubtful.
All right, let's take some callers, shall we?
What fun. I love hearing from the lowlies.
Jesus. Line 3.
Good evening. You're on King Falls AM with Howard Ford.
Yeah, Sammy, let me just get right down to business. First off, am I live right now?
Double live gonzo, Ron.
Ron Begley from Begley's Bait Shop, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, sir?
Howdy, boys. But seriously, this message right here is for you so-and-sos that have been coming out of the lake every damn night since this tournament looking to poach on Kingsey.
Wait a second. People are attacking Kingsey?
They're trying.
Why?
They assume it's a bunch of hillbilly heroes trying to come serve up a side of podog justice on our majestic lake creature for the John Doe. However, it's a damn fact now that Kingsey, who wouldn't hurt a damn fly, Had all to do with that body at the bass tourney. But these damn perpetrators need to listen and stop coming on my land and into the lake with malice in mind. Lake Hatchenhaw is a place of serenity, peace, and fishing, you damn fools.
Kingsey is a King Falls treasure.
If I believed in lake lizards living in a water puddle I call a
I'm
lake...
sorry, just who the are you hoity-toity?
Ah, the salty tongue of the smartest man in the trailer park. I do not answer to your kind.
Son, I can get from my lake house to the top of that mountain in about 22 minutes, so you best get your gazelles on and start putting pads to pavement, you pillow-biting son of a...
Kingsey is a fact, Mr. Beauregard, unlike a great deal of what you have listed in your book.
I'll bite. What is fiction in my memoir?
Sammy, please.
We're all about the facts here on King Falls AM, Ben.
Chapter 2, Smokey and the Banshee. Hate to break it to you, but there certainly isn't an apparition driving a ghostly Trans Am through town square late night every third Sunday.
Says you.
Says facts.
Chapter 5, Bombing Range Road Rage. You mentioned General Abilene here, saying he goes out of his way to spook people on old Bombing Range Road.
Your point, if you have one.
Indeed I do. Everyone, and I mean everyone, knows that the General is seen in Sweetser Forest. Lights emanate from Bombing Range Road. Possible UFO activity, all of that unrelated to Abilene.
Sweetser Forest? Ha, imbecile.
And furthermore, what's this baloney about there not being an ancient burial ground under where your family built its textile factory? And you know what? Let's just come out and say it. Why has no one in the town ever seen you in the daylight?
We have gone on record time and time again. There is not now, nor has there ever been, an ancient Indian burial ground. There have been no disturbances either. I will not tolerate any more of this tomfoolery. And furthermore, not that it's any of your business, but as far as my complexion is concerned, I have an aversion towards the sun. I tend to do my deals and business in the nighttime hours. You might even call me nocturnal.
Right. Nocturnal. Okay. Moving
It's a
forward.
well-known fact that your family bought that land at a steal, and it was so reasonably priced because it was on the ancient burial ground of the Hatchenhaw Indians. That said, there are sightings all the time. Hell, there are videos of the ghosts trying to scalp your employees during work.
Hogwash.
I've seen it with my own eyes, I think. Ben pulled up one of the YouTube videos a while back, and I'm usually skeptical, but I saw
Graphics and special effects or what have you. I'll have the two of you know I did not come on this show to be mocked. One more retort from you valley dwellers, and I'll have you expelled from the city limits. Mayor Grisham is a close ally, so tread trepidously.
Bring it!
Whoa. Everybody, let's just relax. This is a conversation, Mr. Beauregard. Ben here is our station's foremost expert on King Falls history, sir. It just seems like maybe the facts in your book stories aren't exactly jiving.
Let me be quite clear. This is my last warning. If you speak ill of myself or my family one more time, I will crush you. Your livelihoods depend on this fact.
Come on.
Oh, I'd never speak badly about your family. They had the good sense to die before you turned into this joke, bringing down their hard-earned reputations.
Fire this insolent man-child at once. He's nothing more than Channel 13 leftovers. Oh, did I touch a nerve, Benny? Dispute this fact to all 5 of your listeners. Channel 13, a respectable organization, rejected you not 1, not 2, but 3 separate occasions. You working-class cretin.
I think maybe we should wrap this up.
No, wait, Sammy, I'm gonna use a lifeline, phone a friend, and ruin this douche.
Hello?
Hi, Emily.
Ben? Everything okay? It's pretty late.
It's okay now that you're on the phone. You're live, by the way.
Ben? Hi, Sammy. Hi, King Falls.
The lovely and knowledgeable King Falls librarian, Emily Potter, everyone.
The library? They can't even keep my memoir in stock. What do you think about that?
I don't think that's how ebooks work.
Hey, Miss Potter is trying to speak, Beauregard. Emily, can you shed some light on a certain topic for everyone out there listening? All 5 of them?
Yes, anything for you and Sammy.
We have Howard Beauregard on the phone.
Funny enough, I just finished your book, Mr. Beauregard. King of King Falls.
Alas, finally someone with good sense and better taste.
I'm glad you brought that up, Emily. Can you fill the listeners in on the history of the King Falls Library, which Mr. Beauregard discusses in Chapter 15 of his ebook? Did you find any discrepancies?
Sure, Ben. Well, Mr. Beauregard mentioned the library a few times in various stories. However, he stated that during World War II, the secret apartment was built inside the library. However, it actually...
Ah, the Hitler Suite. Yes, it was commissioned by Germany October 7th, 1944, as a possible hiding place for their infamous leader, Theodor Waldorf von Hitler.
Adolf?
Gesundheit.
I'm sorry, but the apartment was actually built when the library was in 1912. I've seen it in the blueprints and everything. Funny story, it was actually used as...
You know, Emily, maybe we should hear him out on this one. I can see a connection forming here.
Oh, Ben, you're so funny.
Miss Potter,
Yes, Mr. Beauregard?
you are a simpleton of the highest order and should not be tasked to watch over a magazine, much less a palace of learning such as the King Falls Library.
You son of a b****!
Ben, it's not worth it. Calm down. He's just an old nutcase.
Of course, the two of you are as thick as thieves. I should have known I was in for an ambush in this ramshackle radio station. You two lowlifes should be honored by my presence.
Beauregard, please take yourself and go honor the dust in your mansion. We're done here.
How dare you? Turn this radio broadcast off this instant. I demand it. I will not be treated like this.
Go!
If you don't leave, Mr. Beauregard, we're going to be forced to call the sheriff's department.
Oh, there's no need to wake my personal friend, Sheriff Gunderson, from his slumber. He'd only throw the book at you rapscallions anyway.
Your ebook isn't worth the paper it's not printed on.
You merry fools. I can buy this radio station just to fire you. Mark my words.
We'll be waiting on those pink slips, but until then, get out of our studio, please and thank you. Well then.
I hate to say I told you so, but...
I'm sorry, Ben. You know, I was just trying to understand this stuff a little bit better.
I appreciate that.
Folks, we're just going to take a quick break here to get back on track, but
Hey, Ben,
Hello?
Oh, line 1 is still engaged.
thank you for sticking up for me, Ben.
Oh, I mean, anytime. I mean, you're welcome.
Ladies and gents, Ben has just invented a new shade of red from all this blushing. You know what? Tweet me at King Falls AM right now, and I'm going to post a pic.
Shut up, Sammy.
Hey, Ben,
Yeah, I'm here.
I was just wondering. Well, I've been wondering. Maybe, and you can say no if you want, but would you possibly like to go out? Maybe to Rose's Diner this weekend?
Yes. I mean, sure. Maybe we could do something like that. I need to check my schedule, but
Okay, then. I'll talk to you later. Good night, Ben.
Well, I think...
don't. Let me savor this.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors, kids.
King Falls AM is a production of the Make Believe Picture Company. For credits, as well as more information about King Falls AM, you can find us on Twitter at King Falls AM, on Facebook, and at kingfallsam.com. Thanks for listening to 660 on the radio dial.